Hey everyone, I'm Elizabeth, your wine educator at Adelsheim Vineyard, bringing you today's pro tip, how to use a Coravin. Now, Coravin is a really handy tool for those of you that have large cellars or for those of you that want to drink just smaller amounts of wine. And we have one right here. This is a Coravin. You might have actually seen us use this instrument in the tasting room. It just is a really great way to keep my wine a little bit fresher longer. What I'm going to use as my test bottle is a bottle of our Breaking Ground. And I want to use Breaking Ground because there is a solid piece of natural cork that is holding this bottle together. The natural cork can actually soak up a little bit of the moisture and seal up the hole that the Coravin needle will leave behind, sealing it up like nothing ever happened. So let's dive into how this actually works. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to clamp the Coravin around the neck of the bottle. This keeps everything in place so that the Coravin isn't all topsy-turvy and the needle doesn't, plunge into your hand. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to plunge the needle into the neck of the bottle. And again, we're dealing with a natural cork here, so there shouldn't be too much resistance. We are on a flat, steady surface, so the needle won't bend. So we're going to plunge this down. Easy. Now that the needle is in the cork, there's a small amount of the needle that's exposed to the wine. That means that we are going to have enough wine to come out of the bottle in the first place. But I do want you to keep in mind that when we introduce argon into this bottle, we only need a small amount because there's a very tiny amount of headspace between the cork and the wine itself. We don't want to explode the bottle. So next we're going to tip the bottle over at about a 45-degree angle, just like so, with the spigot over the wine glass, and we're going to plunge this trigger for about half a second. That amount of argon going into the bottle is actually going to remove some of the wine from the bottle so it can get into your glass. And see, we have a small amount here. Once the wine has stopped, you can give it another quick trigger, like so. When we're done with that, we're going to bring the bottle down, let it hover over the glass before it goes completely vertical to get that last little burst of air out. Tilting down, boop, there's the burp, and no more wine is going to dribble out, and that's something extra you have to clean. When you're done with your pour, it's as simple as just pulling the needles straight up. Remember, keep it nice and straight up out of the neck of the bottle, and remove the clamp. Look at that. You can barely tell that there's a hole there. That's where we got our wine out of. It is such a great tool to have on hand, especially if you do have that large cellar. You don't want a full glass of wine. You don't want to open the bottle. I definitely recommend keeping one of these on hand if you are a wine enthusiast that likes to taste a little bit of a lot of different things. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's tutorial all about how to use your Coravin. You can find this Coravin as a part of our flash sale bundle with 4 different library wines, all of which are absolutely fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it, and we can't wait to taste with you again soon.